Better late than never, right? I swear I'm always like years late to try and test in products. So that's what we're going to be testing today. I was going to make this a full dedicated video to just this powder, but I thought, how boring. But yeah, I'm actually just going to make this like a full-blown makeup tutorial because that's my thing. That's all I know. And before it's brought to my attention, I'm going to bring it to your attention. I'm aware at the colour difference and the absolute contrast between my face and my neck right now. What I'm actually going to do with this powder is I'm actually going to try the powder on my face just on one side with just the powder and no other product. I'm obviously going to prime and everything, and then just going to see what the coverage is like and how it looks by itself, and then I'm going to wipe that off and just do my normal foundation. Happy Monday, y'all. Just do my normal foundation routine and use this like on top of my makeup to set my base, just to kind of see how it is used both ways. But going on to the eyes first, do you know what? I think I'm just gonna be really lazy and do something really basic. I was actually sent these new Morphe palettes, the Morphe Matte Essentials. It's an 18CT Matte Essentials palette, so it's basically like a cool tone eyeshadow palette, and then I also got the Matte Essentials 18WT, which is obviously warm tones. I was also sent two other wee palettes within the collection, but I actually ended up giving them away yesterday because I just wouldn't have used them. So I'm gonna actually use the warm palette in today's tutorial. Okay, so starting with the transition, this one here, and then just taking that on a big fluffy brush. I'm just going to start buffing that just within the crease, but I'm going to start at the outer corner and then just slowly work into the inner corner. What's the crack with Morphe? The last thing I heard was that they were going bankrupt, or they were closing their stores or something. I don't know. So yeah guys, I hope you don't mind, but I think the next couple of tutorials we're going to be in my living room. So basically at the weekend there, I have been decorating my filming room. There's just a couple wee final last touches that need to be done with the painting, so that's why I'm not able to actually get my filming stuff like actually back into my filming room. I'm going to go into a slightly darker colour, the one beside it, this one here. I'm just going to take that on the exact same brush, and I'm just going to focus that just right at the outer corner. I'm going to take a clean brush. This is one of my 06 brushes, and I'm going to go into like one of those creamy shades, so this one here. I need to get foundation on this face. So I think that's all I'm actually going to do with shadow, and I'm going to go in with a couple of wee liquid liners here now. I have these two from Colourpop. I'm not too sure what one I want to use, so I have the shades I Don't Even Know and Milk Tea. I'm going to swatch the two of them. They're both brown, by the way, but one is slightly lighter than the other. So the first one I just swatched there was I Don't Even Know. It's just like a really nice dark brown, but this is slightly lighter. These are literally just brand new. Why is that all lumpy? Look at that. That looks awful. I was actually wanting to use that one too. Milk Tea, because it's a wee bit lighter, because I want to just do like a really big thick wing and just go on top with a shadow, kind of just blend it out. Colourpop, I love you, but this is not it. This is awful. Taking this BK Beauty 209 brush, I'm going to blend this just at the outer corner. And just pat over that to kind of take the excess off. I'm going to take that exact same brush and just go into this sweet shade here in the palette. I wonder what that looks like. Yeah, so I just wanted to look a really warm dark brown. I'm just going to pat that just all over that liner. Just using patting motions to kind of just pack on that shadow and blend it at the same time. Also at the outer corner as well. So I was actually going to film a Valentine's Day makeup look today, but I didn't really know what to do. So I think I'm actually going to wait and film it tomorrow. And like, I know Valentine's Day is tomorrow, but oh well. Have I left it too late, do you think? I'm going to take the Made by Mitchell All Smudge No Budge liner. What shade is this? Mega Toast. I'm going to do a wee bit of primer to my skin before I go in with the powder. So because I do have dry normal skin, I'm obviously going to go in with a hydrating primer. So I'm going to take the Vitamin Enriched Face Base by Bobbi Brown. So I don't really feel like I need to energize it that much, but if you don't know, this is of course the Maybelline Super Stay Hybrid Powder Foundation. So this claims to be a weightless feel, a really soft matte look, transfer proof, water and sweat resistant, no caking, no patchiness, and it's also supposed to be suitable for all skin types. So it comes with this wee powder. Oh Jesus. This is like the thinnest sponge I think I've ever felt. Okay, so it also comes with this extremely thin sponge, and I think I'm actually just going to try it with the sponge first of all. I'm joking. I'm joking. I find it so funny whenever like people apply things to their face and they're instantly like, shut up. Oh dear, I don't know how this is going to look. Okay, right, I don't like this at all actually. I really want to give this an actual fair shot. So I'm going to go in with a different brush. I'm going to go in with this one here from Ciate. It's a nicely fluffy brush, but it's also quite dense as well. So you're able to use this with powder or liquids. So I'm just going to start pressing this into the skin. As I said, I'm going to do one side of my face and then leave the other, but so far it's looking quite patchy. I'm just going to be completely honest, but I do feel like it is clinging to certain areas. I have to say, see, with me having dry skin, a powder foundation is definitely not my go-to. You can see there that it's not even wanting to blend. As much as I want to say the colour looks awful, it matches my neck, so bear with me. We're just going to have to really try hard to look past how silly I look right now. I feel betrayed. I'm well disappointed actually. I don't like this. I have to say I genuinely was really expecting to like this, and I don't know why. But I also don't really know why I don't like it. For a start, I want to say the colour of it is definitely absolutely ridiculous. However, it does match my neck. I kind of feel like if I had a bit of tan on my face, the contrast with both sides, it wouldn't look as bad. I kind of feel like if my face was maybe prepped a wee bit better, it would also apply a wee bit better, because I'm gonna zoom you in. Can you see how it's grabbed to certain areas? It looks patchy on my forehead. I'm gonna zoom you in even more so we both feel more uncomfortable. In terms of like my pores and everything, I don't have problems with my pores. I have pores, I have texture. I'm human. But I'm sitting here quite far back from my mirror, and I can see every single pore that I have. As I was saying there, I do have dry skin, but in my makeup routine I will go in with a pressed setting powder and a loose setting powder. And yeah, obviously, of course, in here is going to look relatively dry and kind of like scaly looking even, but I always go in with a pressed with a setting spray, and that literally just melts in the rest of that powder into my skin nicely, and it just looks seamless. Beautiful, stunning. It works for me. So I don't want to actually just go in and set this in my face just to see what it's like, because I honestly kind of feel like it won't do much, because you cannot fix with setting spray certain things. You cannot fix how a powder has to be set or clung to certain areas. But my skin, however, does look quite even and nice, taking aside the fact that it's patchy, okay? Say we're looking in this area here. My face feels so smooth. It feels very, very lightweight in texture, and the feel of it and how it feels on my face, it honestly feels as if I'm not wearing anything, but I just do not like how this is looking on my face. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take it off, and I'm going to do my makeup routine as I normally do it, and then we're actually going to apply it to actually like set my face, maybe just like the outer perimeter or something, and then we're going to set it and see what it looks like in with my makeup routine, because like, I don't know, maybe this isn't a fair shot. I'm not giving it a fair chance because this isn't the type of product I would use for my skin type. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe if I got a colour that was like my actual face colour, it would look better. I'm not sure, but then there would obviously be the contrast between my face and my neck still. I swear. Okay, this also does not match me. We're just gonna have to just use this foundation, and we will balance everything out with concealer and cream bronzer. But I'm taking the Huda Beauty Full Filter foundation, the Full Filter concealer from Huda Beauty. So I'm just going to leave that, and then I'm going to do my cream bronzer. So these are the two Revolution Pro Goddess Glow cream bronzers. So I used these actually the other day in one of my tutorials, and I have the shades medium and light. So I do feel like medium is maybe a wee bit too dark for me, and then I think light is a wee bit too light. So I have been just mixing them. So I like to just take 2 wee dots of the medium, and then also 2 wee dots of the light. And then just taking my BK Beauty 101 brush, I'm just going to blend these out. That was actually really disappointing, you know. I was really expecting to actually like that powder, but it just didn't even look nice on my skin either. It just looked really flat and dull, and I don't know. Part of me really wants to try it again actually, but do a bit of fake tanning on my face and apply it properly. Not that I wasn't applying it properly or sloppy and pure badness, but just, I don't know, like give it another go, because obviously it's bound to work some way or other, right? But I also kind of feel like if there wasn't such a contrast in the colour, it maybe would have looked better. I don't know. I think I'm maybe just starting to make excuses up for myself here right now. But I don't know. I'm also using a lot of brushes here because my sponges are upstairs, and I am not running back upstairs again to get something. I've been running upstairs steady because I've just always been like forgetting stuff. But this wee brush here is so good for blending out your concealer. By the way, if you're somebody that really likes to blend out your concealer with a wee brush, this one is fabulous. It's from BK Beauty, and it's from the Angie Hot and Flashy collection, and it's the A506 brush. But look at it. I know it's dirty, so sorry, but it's the most interesting wee brush. It's the most perfect shape to get right up in that inner corner, and it's so perfectly shaped as well. It's kind of at that angle, and it's quite densely packed as well, so it's just going to give like a really nice flawless coverage. And because I like to blend my concealer down around my nose and mouth and chin, it just gets around those areas perfectly as well, and just right under the eyes. It's so good. And do keep in mind, I do have a discount code with BK Beauty as well, by the way, where you can get 10% off site-wide. So, and it's non-affiliate, by the way. I don't get any money from it. Cream blush. This is it Snatchel? Yeah, Snatchel from maybe Mitchell. What a stunning blush shade. And also taking another BK Beauty brush. This is the 112. That is the most beautiful colour. Holy shit. I'm going to apply some more. This this might be a new favourite. That colour. Oh! I really do not need any more blush on, but damn. Stunting! I just gonna finish off my skin quickly here. I'm going to take a wee bit of powder blush from Colourpop, this wee quad. So I'm going to take this wee shade here. Before I go into bronzer, I'm going to take the powder and I'm just going to apply a wee bit of it to kind of set the rest of my face, kind of like the outer perimeter of my skin. I usually don't do this, by the way, but just out of interest, just to kind of see. And I'm not going to be applying it too heavy either, just quite sparingly. Sometimes I find that whenever I use a powder to set the rest of my face, whether it's just like a darker powder or a powder foundation, it seems to go quite orange looking on me and I don't know what it is. So hopefully this doesn't look too orange or anything. But I'll zoom these in so you can see. Straight away though, yeah, it's looking so much nicer. So much nicer. I think also maybe because I'm using quite a big fluffy brush as well, I'm not applying as much at the one time for it to then have a bigger chance of it being cakey and cling to certain areas. So now taking a bit of the modern bronzer from V. So this is the V lip liner in Bark. I also just went and put a wee bit of that shadow just along my lower lash line there. Okay, I'm going to kind of mix it up a wee bit. I usually go in with Boo from Morphe, but anytime I try to link this, I can never find this lipstick, which is actually really sad because I have been obsessed with this lipstick recently, so whenever it runs out, I'm doomed. But I might take a wee bit of Sweet Tea. Oh, that's darker than I thought. Looked lighter upstairs. Okay, it's still nice though. So I'm going to take a wee bit of this. I'm also just going to put it like just in the centre of the lips and blend it out of this wee brush. Kind of blend it into that lip liner as well. Because I can't control myself, I'm just going to take a wee bit of the P. Louise lip base in Baby Doll, just right in the centre of my lips. I'd love to know why my tan looks so patchy just on this one side of my neck. I feel like the only positive that has came from this video has actually been the palette. That palette from Morphe, this palette from Morphe is absolutely beautiful. Do we all need another neutral toned eyeshadow palette? No. But this was absolutely stunning. It was absolutely beautiful, and as you can see, it was an absolute dream to work with. But the powder, yeah, I suppose I can definitely leave this tutorial being still on the fence, I suppose, because on my face, how it looks now looks flawless. It looks great, but how like I've seen most people using it on say TikTok looks horrific on me. If you have dry skin and you've tried this like just directly onto your skin without any foundation or anything, how do you like it? How do you get on with it? How? What's your secret? What type of sorcery are you doing? If you do want me to use it again with like prepped skin and all that good stuff, do let me know and I'll definitely do it. I suppose there's no point in me even actually asking you that because I'll probably do it anyway, but anyway. So guys, that's it for today's tutorial. I am going to go now and edit this and I will hopefully get this up for you tonight. This video has been an absolute shit show behind the scenes. This has been the most Mondayest Monday ever. But anyway guys, that's it from me. I hope you did enjoy today's wee tutorial and I'll see you in my next one.